Okay, today I'm going to explain a few of the questions, like demonstrating question with answer. So here we got a question like, if there are like different validity data there in the source list, how the system will pick the vendor. So it depends on the validity period. Okay, how we maintain the validity period accordingly, vendor has to be taken. So either the system will throw an error or warning depending on the configuration. If example, you have to take a vendor from this validity, then system will pick up this, and this validity period this vendor will be picked up. And this fixed indicator always you take as a fixed vendor whenever you convert any purchase requisition or purchase order, whatever it is, system will pick up the fixed vendor. Okay, and I'll show this in system, just how the source list is maintained here. So there's a material combination. Okay, some error is there. The material number is longer than the length set. Okay, somewhere someone changed the setting in the background. Instead of 18 characters, someone changed to 10 character. Let me change accordingly. OMSL is a transaction where you can maintain the maximum length, the material, and save it. Then come to ME03 and you can view this. Okay, so here it is maintained like this, and system definitely when you create order with this time and all, right, which vendor to be selected, that can be chosen accordingly. So it depends on the validity, like how you're going to procure the material with this validity, this vendor. You can maintain multiple validity according to the requirement. Okay, during this time this vendor will be preferred and can be procured. And then next question is like, okay, let me go to, okay, in which case we used to go the block option here. Okay, you can see here blocked, right, block checkbox, which case we are going to do that. And at the time of valid period is over or in valid period, if you don't want to buy material from particular vendor. Okay, this is a question kind of how we, when we go with this option, it's like we don't want to delete this source list from the SAP, and that vendor is maintained in the source list but not want to use it due to some reason, also doesn't want to delete it. Like we don't want to delete it, then okay, you can go and just block this. And then definitely when you create a purchase order with this, with that vendor, with this material combination, it will show an error. Let me show that one example. So I'll create example. I'll go to this combination of material and vendor, right? I'll go to change 01. This is just for a demonstration purpose. I'm going to block this vendor and save it. Okay, the vendor number is this, right? Okay, I can put up here vendor, then get into ME21N /N ME21N and add the material number, plant, then the organization, everything, and then use the vendor number here and press enter. Ask for the quantity. Okay, so here it is showing an error like material not included in the source list despite source list requirement. Okay, this is the error showing now. Okay, system already proposed source list, but this is not included in the source list. What I can do is I'll just change the vendor number to 0. Okay, now system okay, I'll change this, but I'll just search here only vendor for the plan purchase organization TCSP. There are list of vendors are there. Okay, I'll choose this vendor, enter. Okay, now see system allowed this vendor to create the purchase order. I'll choose again different vendor 9005. Okay, system saying like material is not included in the source list despite of source list requirement, like that. Okay, this vendor is not included in the source list. I'll try with 001. Okay, enter. Okay, see, this is showing like that. What I'll do is I'll go back to ME01 and then I'll change the block. I save it. Now I come back to ME21 and I use the material, same material, plant details. Then this all details I'll just add here, then enter here. So quantity. Okay, so this is not allowing, I think, because the validity period is maintained from August to other date, right? So that's the reason this is showing like this is not included in the source list. For that reason, it is not taken. What I'll do is I'll go to ME01 and I'll change the validity. This validity I'll change. Okay, I'll just keep this till what date? I'll just maintain this to 31st. So 3. I think I cannot change the date too fast. What I can do is I'll maintain first. Okay, then I'll change here. For enter and save. Okay, it's changed. Now I'll go back to ME21 and just observe the screen what I'm doing here. Enter here, material, plant, vendor number, everything. Okay, then this purchase organization and the purchasing group. So quantity, enter. Okay, now see, after I change the date of the source list, okay, I'll just display this here. I changed 1/4 to 31/12/2022. So this is allowing now. Before I changed the date was different. The source list valid date that time it was not allowing to use that particular vendor in the PO. Now if I save it, it is allowing. It's simple. This is the understanding you should have. Okay, then I'll go for next question. In the source list, can we set? Okay, I'll block. I forgot to add this one. I'll go to ME01 and I'll do now blocking of this PO. Sorry, this particular vendor with this validity. Now I'm blocking it and saving this, and I'll go back to ME21 and I'll use this vendor, plant, quantity, enter it here, and here enter the purchase organization details, enter. See here, source of supply blocked according to the source list. Until unless that is unblocked, so you cannot raise a purchase order with this particular vendor. That's it. Okay, this is the learning. You can see this error message. So you can make this error as error message as warning also. If it is required, you can go back to the configuration and there you can manage this error message as warning message. It depends on the business requirement. Okay, that's it. I have answered your question for this, for the blocked vendor. And in the source list, can we set sources of supply permanently for next upcoming period? Like vendor, I will supply the material of every year, Jan to June, and vendor to supply July to December. Can we maintain like this in the system? Yeah, you can maintain manually for each year, but can we maintain it on one shot? It depends, like how you want to maintain the sources of supply from which date to which date, which period to which period you can maintain, and you can have a record, and that can be used during the creation of purchase order. Okay, then if for certain material we have check marked as source list and have set the source of supply as for below. Okay, Jan to March and vendor April to August. For September December period we haven't set the sources, so in this case what will happen? Can system allow us to purchase material? No, it will not. So if it is source list is mandatory, definitely you have to maintain the that particular period to procure the material, so then only it will allow. To create source list, it is mandatory to maintain in the purchase info record. I can say no, it's not mandatory to have a purchase info record to create a source list. But in case you are going to fix the vendor or you're going to take the MRP indicator part, then definitely the purchase info record is mandatory. Let me show that scenario to you. Simple. What I'll do is I'll create one material simply. So I'll take mechanical engineer. Okay, then engineering. Then here I can type ROH. Then I choose purchasing view, enough for me. And TSC1. Okay, what is the plant I was referring? Let me go to today TCS1. Okay, TCS1 is a plant. I'll go to MM01, enter, select purchasing. Okay, create some test material, purchasing group, material, specify the unit of measure. Okay, I'll just save it. So this material got created, right? So I will not create any info record. I'll directly go to source list ME01, enter this material combination, and I will maintain the source list for this material and plant. It is taking a little time. Okay, I'll choose the validity here, and I'll take the vendor. Okay, this under I should add, and what is the purchase organization we are referring before? Okay, I'll just take this slash and MA03. I'll open this material and I'll copy the data from here. Okay, I'll take TCSP and vendor number from here. I'll copy and use it. Okay, so now see, I just maintain this. Okay, and I can save it. So I did not do any purchase info record, right? It is allowing me to create the source list. In case if I try to click on this fixed indicator, when I save this source list, definitely it will say info record for vendor this and material does not exist. That you should keep in mind. I'll uncheck this one. Okay, and I'll go with MRP now. Even you choose MRP record relevant to MRP, then if you save, then definitely system will go for this is the combination of info record it does not exist. Okay, so whenever you go within fixed and MRP, because there is a scenario like if you go with MRP relevant, then choosing the vendor and all that MRP run, so it looks for info record mandatory. Until unless you are not creating info record, this action you are going to do here no use. In the sense, the system will look for purchase info record values and all, price, everything from the info record. Then it's mandatory to maintain the info record. Okay, that's it. Okay, next is, in case of PO creation, also need to maintain the vendor material purchase org in PR. With PR, system will allow to create PO. Without PR, it will allow. Example, I don't have any purchase info record now, right? What I'll do is I'll just copy this material. I'll go to ME21N and I add here material number, plant number. Then I'll choose the vendor, all the details quickly here. Okay, I don't have any purchase info record. The system will pick up the details from the metal master. Okay, now one error is coming, like you have not maintained the accounting view, accounting department. That view is not maintained, so you cannot create a purchase order. This is also one kind of question asked in the interview, whether it is what all the views are mandatory to create a purchase order. The purchasing view, definitely basic data 1 and 2, purchasing view and accounting view is not maintained. If I maintain accounting view through MM01, so you can just choose the metal number and select the accounting view here. Okay, enter, and then choose TSC1, TSC1. Okay, that is a plant, I think. Let me open the plant number, TCS1, sorry, TCS1, to maintain this evaluation class, everything which is required, standard, price, then save it. Okay. Now see, I maintain the price in Metal Master, but it will pick up to the purchase order. I'll say no. Okay, I'll show that to you. ME21N, then material, plant, quantity, then go to this option, like select the organization, this vendor, everything you enter here. Now that accounting department issue will not come because we have maintained. So see, I told I have maintained price in the Metal Master, but still system will look for a price because system will not go to Metal Master and check the price for the purchase order. The system can look into purchase info record. From there, it will take the price to the purchase order. Now I'll enter some 12 here, price. So it picked up gross price, and then I can save it. Okay, there are many scenarios also I can show, like the price is maintained in the Metal Master as 10, then in the PO it is 12, and how the moving average price will calculate that, and all things you can learn. Okay, now I'll go with next question, like in Metal Master, how to control access to only certain views. For example, purchasing personnel should only display and change the purchasing view. Example, what here it asking. Example, see, when you go to MM02 and enter the material number, and only you can see these many views are there, right, which we extended, we have created. How to allow user to only change this purchasing view, others should not change the purchasing view. Okay, sorry, I have to choose TCS1, I think TSC1, TCS1. Okay, so example, so I'm a user, like only have to like I have access or authorization to change only purchasing. Others should not have access to change this Metal Master through MM02 also. So there is option you can manage this role assignment to the user, in the sense like there is certain object is there, authorization object, that we can that can be assigned to the particular user. Example, each views have maintenance status. I don't know whether you have gone through the table anytime. So when you go to Mara table in the system, so when you execute any material, I'll just put some 10 material here, like maximum 8 hits. Okay, when I execute here Mara, so you can find a status of the material. Example, maintenance status, not status of material, maintenance status for the material. You can see here the column, you can see maintenance status. When you see here KCVD PA, the more letters are there, means there are many views are extended for this material. Example, if I pass whichever I created now material, right, I'll just go to here, I'll take this only, chemicals 001, I'll execute here. So I can show you the maintenance view for this material is KEBX. Okay, and for another material which we maintain now, okay, I'll just take this material which I have maintained few views. I'll pass into this and go with the multiple selection. Yes, sir. I'll just put here inventory, enter here and execute, and then execute here. So you can able to see the list output with the EB only. So I don't have K here, right? So how to see the status thing? Just press F1 here. So then you'll get that information about the maintenance status. You can see this A, B, C, D, E, F, G, K, L, P, Q, S, V, X, Z. These are the maintenance status. If you see here, what is EB? E for purchasing and B for accounting. And what is KEBX? K is for big data which is maintained. E is purchasing and B is accounting. X is plant stock, plant data, storage data is maintained, then definitely plant stock views are there. Okay, that's it. So that from there it can be managed. Object can be maintained, and authorization object can be managed through that maintenance status. How this conversion factor pop-up will come while creating the metal master? Okay, let me show one scenario. When you create any material master, I choose and to purchasing. Okay, these are only enough for testing. I don't want to select. Okay, sorry, I'm choosing the same, that TCS1. Okay, here I'm taking some screw to mm. Okay, so here I'm just adding basic unit of measure each. Okay, then the purchasing view, I'll try to add piece. When I add order unit is piece and basic unit of measurement is each. Okay, then you press enter. It's asking for the group, and there you can find the conversion factor. Enter the factor for converting the alternate unit to the base unit. Example, one piece is equal to how many each. Example, I can say one piece is equal to one each, or I can say go with a box instead of piece, box. Okay, this will be very clear for you. One box of order I purchase from the vendor, one box contains 10 each. Okay, then how this is going to help, just save this. Okay, now this one box is maintained. If I don't maintain any box here, just press enter. It will ask directly to save the material. It did not ask any conversion, right? Only when you enter the box, it asks for the conversion, and then I maintain this. Okay, so this is the material. I'll go and display it, and I choose the purchasing view here. Enter the plant TCS1, and here box is there. Now I'll try to create a purchase order here. Okay, I reached highest one. I'll just close all the unwanted one. Okay, hold on. I'll go and create a purchase order. So here I just add the material number and the plant details, the quantity. I'll just keep open like this. Okay, see, when I create here purchase order, system is picking up what? Box. Okay, so here the box which I am going to receive, one box, I say one box I'm going to get. Okay, so it is not maintained by a accounting view. I'll just maintain quickly, sorry for that. I'll show one scenario of this conversion. Maintain this accounting. TCS1. Okay, sorry, I have to choose accounting. Sorry, I have to choose accounting /n mm01. Enter the material. Go to accounting view. Select the accounting view here. Okay, select TCS1. Maintain this and save. Okay, now this material is got maintained with the accounting view. I'll go to ME21 and I enter here material number, the plant. System is picking up box. I'll say one box I'm going to order, vendor. Okay, then save it. The price it is asking 11 and save it. Okay, now purchase order got generated. Okay, how the system will behave when you receive the goods and the stock. Okay, go to MIGO and receive the goods receipt. This purchase order, come down, enter the item data here. I'll choose the, see here, when you go to this, when you see this material quantity, right? So you can see very clearly the quantity in unit of entry is one box, But when you go with the quantity in SKU is 10 each. So basic unit of measurement always will be considered as a SKU, stock keep unit. Okay. So what I'll show you, like I'll just make this item okay, check. Okay, posting period only possible in the company code of the last year. Okay, I'll just change to 12, 21. Okay, anyway, this posting period can open also. I'll just post it. Get it showing 11 and 12. Okay. I'll try it here. Check it. Okay, it is asking for the enter store location. Okay, where you can see here store location. I did not maintain store location. Let me maintain it. Okay, if I don't maintain, it will not allow me to post. See, material does not exist with store location SL01. What I'll do is I'll just copy this material, go to mm01 and maintain this material with respect to store location, plant data 1 and 2. Okay, TCS1 and SL01. Okay, once I maintain this material with this particular store location, here I can maintain like temperature condition, storage condition, picking area, all that I can maintain as per the storage requirement. Okay, so here I just saved. Now I'll get into my go. Enter this purchase order, then go with the previous period, quantity where the location also we can default it in a PO also, it will take in this level. Check it and post it. Okay, now this material got posted, right? So with the SKU as each and the order in it was like box. So you can see here while receiving you can find that this only, right, like each only. Now I'll go to MB51. So this is a material vendor. If I execute here, you can see this one box received in the data. If I want to see the stock of this material, okay, I can go to MMB also, or you can open the Metal Master and you can check the stock overview. It is taking a little time to load. Okay, here if I go to purchase order, I can see the purchase order number, and if I go to material, double click on this material, it will take you to the MM03 screen, and here there is option like environment stock overview. It will take you to the stock of the to see the stock of the material. See here you can see SL01 receiving stock and like the location and 10. So you will not see like one box in the stock. It is showing like 10 each because the basic unit of measurement is each. So stock will show always in the SKU only. Okay, this is one about the conversion factor, how it is used. The next, what is HSN code in Metal Master? It is maintained in the foreign trade uh, view. If I go to MM01, if I want to create with that particular material with foreign trade import data, import export, I'll just choose this TCS1 and I'll take 1001. Okay, so here I think there is a field HSN code. Okay, sorry, there will be code in this particular view so that you can check here. I think somewhere in the this is in a trade export, right? You just choose import. Okay, here it is. There are different fields are there: loading group, transportation group, and there might be HSN here. I'm not able to identify. Anyway, there is a field which is used for the particular like codes are introduced in India after GST implemented for the grouping of materials together having similar nature and same tax percentage. For that purpose only this HSN is used. I'm not able to find out that, that's fine. Okay, so maybe in the next discussion I'm going to in next presentation I'm going to show that field. Okay, then what is this pop-up will come? Okay, this is the question is like I'm not able to get the number like CR number in the here. It is showing as blank. First, whenever you using your system, like you're going to configure, if there is no request number available, then always this prompt will be there. Okay, the blank, and here you should click on the create new, and then another pop-up will come. There you can give the details of whatever the description or what changes you're going to do, what configuration you're going to do, that you should maintain the description, and that will always clear for you to view it and go back to see go back and see what configuration you have done. So that will generate new number for that when you choose that. Okay, so that if you want to see example here, if you get into, I'll go with the simple configuration of purchasing group. Okay, when I go to OLME, under OLME you can find create purchasing group. Okay, so already I have configured in the system with this user ID. Definitely it will pop up last customized request number. In case if I create new here, I can say yes. Okay, TS1. Okay, I can say tag skills. Enter this. When I save this, right, system will pop up a prompt. See, already it is generated this number, so it is coming now. So in case first time you're using the system and configuration you're doing, then definitely it will be blank. Always click on this create request. This pop-up will come, and here you can write creation of purchase group. TS1. Okay, here you owner, and you can use the project name, everything you can add here. Here it is source client where I just logged in. This is the next target system, like quality system is there. Then you are going to import this data, then you have to put the target system also here, and then save it. And in case you forgot this, I just I just saved this and I forgot this the code request number, so you are not able to track like immediately in the screen, right? So how to get it? That you can go to SC10 and you can pass your user ID user 14, and here you just put customer's request only, not workbench request, and then execute here, display here. So with this particular user ID, if you want to see any any request task is maintained. Okay, wait, I'll just go with this display and then remove this, click, right. Okay, then here you just go with this option, and here you just remove this all and execute, and it will give all the task which is maintained like created in this particular user ID. See, there are like creation of purchasing group which I created now, and demo for YouTube, and enterprise structure, new release strategy, some Tushar design plan to company code, org structure to, like that. There are different CR numbers are there, like change request. Okay, here you can see the what are the changes happened here particular here you can see that here under this which table got maintained. T024 is a table where you maintain the TS1 as a purchasing group. You can see here. Okay, T024 is a table where it gets stored. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.